Boom, he jams it straight down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Good! Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. Greg struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Parker. He feeds it to Drummond. Rebound, Minnesota.
You know, with the Timberwolves and their defense, it was the league's worst in opponent field goal percentage. Also dead last in field goal percentage, which takes threes into account for the value they add. So near the bottom of the league in block shots as well. Hard to win when you're struggling in those areas.
Here's Parker following the score by Derrick Rose. The pass to Lure. Kicks to Cramp. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a 5-point game.
And really, overall, the defense was just very poor. The defensive field goal percentage at the rim, worst in the league last season. And you don't have to block them all, but you need to do a better job of challenging shots, something the Wolves are going to have to work on.
Now here's Parker after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Feeds it to Cramp. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Rose. He dishes it to Iguodala. He kicks to Shumpert. Here's Anderson. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Parker drives in. Here's Lure. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Lure's got his first basket of the night.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Chris Kaman is checked in for Detroit. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Rose dishes to Iguodala. Pass to Embiid. Unloads from 13. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Cramp. He's covered by Iguodala. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Now talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane. And once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. And he gets it to go. Lure's got 5 points so far.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Here's Anderson. Connects on the 17-footer.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now here's Parker. Dishes it to Kaman. 5 to shoot. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Detroit making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Came in a screen. The feed now to Caldwell Pope. Here's Harris. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trailed by 10. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Harris. Passes it to Lure. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Parker's shot is off.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Rose passes to Anderson. And it's Shumpert again, missing.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Lure can't hit. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Back to Parker. They get it again. Out to Harris. Bass dishes to Parker. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Parker. It's stolen by Rose. Nene kicks to Rose. Back to Nene. To the middle. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Chris Kaman with the rebound.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Rose against Parker. Out to Harris. Now here's Harkless. He's covered closely. Just 3 to shoot. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And already we've got a very lopsided. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you
Agreed.
what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Anderson. Henderson comes in for Andre Iguodala. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rose. Bass with the screen. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Detroit, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail by 7. Now here's Ginobili. Garnett outside. Down low. And Nene with the basket on the assist from Kevin Garnett. Nene's got his first points of the game.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Drummond with a screen on Beverly. Here's Bass. Looking to end the drought. And the layup is good. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. That is good. Pistons leading by 5. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Nene setting the pick for Beverly. In the corner, Henderson with it. Off target from three-point range.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And the Pistons with possession here. After the made shot from Manu Ginobili. Clock at 6. Pass to Crabbe. From outside the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Ginobili outside. It's Henderson on the wing. Nene, the screen. Henderson passes to Garnett. No good. Good D by Drummond. Detroit leading by 3. To the wing on the left. Harris a screen on Garnett. Crabbe kicks to Harris. Inside. Drummond uses both hands to slam it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And Beverly kicks to Garnett. Henderson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Brandon Bass. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dish to Lure. Parker against Beverly. Here's Thornton. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. It could go. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Detroit looking at who they've got. We've got Thornton. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Parker. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Lure in at the 4. Parker dishes to Caldwell-Pope. They set the screen. Kaman a screen. Lots of room. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Minnesota shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And Ginobili wide open, he shoots. That one's good from the corner.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money. That's no doubt.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Nene kicks to Henderson. Back to Nene. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Came in a screen. Fires from deep. And it's Nene with the rebound. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Henderson with it. He has 5. It's Ginobili on the wing. From the baseline. And the foul on Chris Kaman. That's his first foul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the pass to Henderson. He feeds it to Beverly. Launches it. Rebound by the Pistons. Parker outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The Pistons lead it.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach. And his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Ginobili outside to the middle, and it's sent back by Drummond. Shot clock at 6. It's Anderson with the drive. The rebound by Caldwell-Pope.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Shot from the wing. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now it's a 5-point Detroit lead.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Ginobili, that's for 2. Drained for 2 points. Ginobili's got 8 points. To the left side wing. Here's Crabbe. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Garnett, the screen. Nene, the pass to Beverly. Kicks it to Garnett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
Pistons leading by 3. Feeds to Caldwell Pope. He kicks to Crabbe. Buries it from 3-point range. Crabbe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been outstanding from 3-point range in this quarter.
Beverly dishes to Garnett. Back to Beverly. It's Ginobili on the wing. Nene, the screen. It's tipped. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And another 3 for Detroit.
You know, for the past few seasons, guys, Detroit have been a team that struggled to punish teams from the perimeter. Last year, that was not the case. They showed dramatic improvement in being a threat from behind the arc.
Minnesota calls timeout. As you said, the Pistons became a team that could hurt you from deep. They set a franchise record for most makes per game and almost 9 made threes per contest.
And it wasn't like Detroit was forcing it. I mean, they were just good at shooting the 3. I mean, they finished in the top 10 in the NBA in both total three-pointers made and three-point percentage.
Gary Harris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Minnesota making some changes. Here's Rose. Will it go? Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Rose has got his second basket of the night. Pistons leading by 9. Bass with the screen. Harris outside. He dishes it to Crabbe. 4 on the shot clock. Drummond the screen. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now here's Rose. Glenn a screen. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Crabbe. Down low. There's the pick. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Timberwolves trailed by 9. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now here's Iguodala. Not enough on that one as it misses. Harris outside. Shumpert with the steal. Anderson outside. Glenn a screen. Rose kicks to Anderson. Back to Rose. Hits from the high post. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Pass to Drummond. Down low. It's tipped. Outside jumper. And here's Anderson for three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Harris off the drive. Rose passes to Iguodala. Here's Shumpert. And it's sent back by Drummond. Offensive rebound. Len. Outside Rose. Out to the wing. It's stolen by Bass. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And the basket by Harris. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Shot clock at 6. That's by Iguodala.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Pistons leading by 8. Parker dishes to Harris. Back to Parker. Dishes it to Lure. Tries it from 19. No luck. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
And here's Rose after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. Anderson outside. For the 3. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Rose attacking. And Shumpert kicks to Rose. Shoots from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The feed to Lure. Kamen passes to Lure. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 13. The open shot, Shumpert. And it's Kamen with the rebound.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Parker kicks to Lure. No dice from the high post.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And that concludes the first half. It's Detroit. They lead by 13. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Let's take them back.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has had 9 points from long range. He's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. Ryan Anderson out there with Alex Len. Then there's Iguodala. Then it's Rose. And it's Shumpert in the two-guard. Parker kicks to Lure. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to Crabbe. Here's Drummond. Minnesota with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Rose.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Parker dishes to Caldwell-Pope. Parker outside. Inside. Here's Drummond. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
And those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
So it's Detroit now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Drummond a screen. Crabbe. But they recover it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. Detroit making a switch here. Kaman's checked in. Rose against Parker. They set the pick. Here's Lure. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Parker passes to Caldwell-Pope. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Parker with a clean look. It's good from long range. Parker's got 8.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Rose kicks to Anderson. From 7. Rebounded by Kaman. Kaman's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. 5 on the clock. Kaman kicks to Crabbe to the right side. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Iguodala outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Iguodala's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Caldwell Pope. 9 points in the game so far. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Harkless is checked in for the Pistons. Outside Rose. Left side, Shumpert. Shoots. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker.
And Chris Kaman, guys, signing with the Blazers last season, he's had big contracts before, but told his agent, hey, let's focus on getting a winning situation.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Len grabs the board.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And the Blazers really needed bench depth in their front court, Clark. A great situation for Chris Kaman to come into and contribute.
Yeah, you know, he felt he'd been overlooked with the Lakers the season prior and bruised his ego a bit. In Portland, he found a defined role providing scoring off the bench, which suited him well.
Minnesota calls timeout. Just a bit of an up-and-down year for the Pistons last season. Had some long winning streaks and some long losing streaks for first-year head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, Kevin, some would say it was addition by subtraction because they really went on that big run after they released Josh Smith. 7 straight wins for them at one point, and they also did have some giant losses.
A different look here for Detroit. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Gary Harris in for Caldwell Pope. And then for Minnesota, Embiid comes in for Len. And it's Henderson for Anderson.
And, you know, those giant lulls were a big part of the Pistons' season. I mean, their biggest losing streak was 13 straight losses, and a lot of that you attribute to their defense.
Pistons leading by 14. Came in a screen. On the wing, Harris. And a wide open look for Thornton. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Thornton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the Pistons also went into a slump after they traded for Reggie Jackson. 1-9 after the trade deadline. That they would end the season on a better note, but truly they were streaky last season. And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Parker kicks to Harris. Pass to Thornton. Here's Lure. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Lure's got 12 in the game. Timberwolves trail by 17. Rose against Parker. Rose dishes to Shumpert. Baseline jumper. And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson, he's checked in for Iguodala. Ginobili comes in for Shumpert. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Derrick Rose. And Detroit has possession. Bass with the screen. And here's Thornton outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. There's the dish to Thornton. He feeds it to Drummond. Knocked loose. The pass to Bass. 6 to shoot. Drummond a screen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. Beverly, the pass to Anderson. Lets it go from 11. Another miss by Minnesota. Kicks it to Thornton. Feeds to Drummond. And he dumps it down.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh,
well,
man.
Speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Here's Beverly after the basket by Detroit. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Nato. Henderson defending. Here's Harris. Lets it go with a 3. That is good. Harris has got 11 points.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Embiid inside. Working on Drummond. Embiid, no good. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Clippers. And Thornton kicks to Drummond. The shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Ginobili left side. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. Pistons leading by 22. Harris outside. Drummond a screen. Harris kicks to Thornton. Lets it go from the wing. Harris misses. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
A different look here for Detroit. Crabbe comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Harris. Minnesota also with the sub. Kevin Garnett has checked in for Anderson. Now here's Beverly. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He used that pick just right.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Detroit with the ball. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Detroit, no good that time either.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 10. And Beverly kicks to Ginobili. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. That goes not just for the NBA, but any sport. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
On the topic of Ginobili, he's the guy who, when things aren't going well for your team, takes things into his own hands. He takes over, tries to coordinate. His will to win is, as Greg Popovich will tell you, out of this world.
I mean, you know, he's not just physically tough, but as mentally tough as anybody, arguably, who's ever played the game. What a big-time performer and a big shot maker.
Timberwolves trail by 21. He kicks it to Henderson. Out left to the wing. Here's Garnett, using his post move to get the 2 points. Garnett's got his second basket of the night.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. To the left wing. Here's Crabbe. No good on the three.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
To the inside. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 17. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. We've got Chris Kaman. John Lewis out there with Crabbe. Then it's Thornton. And it's Parker in at the one. That's the group for Detroit right now. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Parker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Detroit. Here's Garnett. Detroit with the rebound. Lures got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Minnesota with the ball, following the 3 by Detroit. Henderson dishes to Beverly. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now Parker. To the left wing. Takes the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now here's Embiid. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal. And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics, and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
And Beverly kicks to Henderson. Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And Thornton kicks to Lure. Parker right side. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Embiid. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. On the jam by Gerald Henderson.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Now the feed to Cram. Lets it go with a 3. Garnett grabs the board.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Passes it to Crab. Embiid against Parker. Outside for Thornton. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Timberwolves trail by 17. Ginobili attacking. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. Parker against Beverly. Parker passes to Lure. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Pistons. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alex Len's checked in for Joel Embiid.
Well, he turned a high percentage shot into a low percentage shot by trying to go to the fadeaway.
Kaman dishes to Lure. Pass to Parker. He dishes it to Lure. On its way from Thornton for 2. That one's good from the corner. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
With the floater. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pistons leading by 19 points. Now the dish to Thornton. He feeds it to Kaman. Just 5 on the clock. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Henderson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Henderson. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Kaman. Bass comes in for John Lure. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Harkless. And it's Gary Harris in for Marcus Thornton.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Shumpert in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. Pistons leading by 17. Drummond a screen. On the wing, Harris. They set the pick. Garnett with the block. And they'll keep possession. Harris misses. Timberwolves trail by 17. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And there's the pass to Drummond. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's Beverly. Kicks it to Garnett. Puts it up from 7. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Pistons leading by 15. Nato, defended by Beverly. Feeds it to Bass. Here's Caldwell Pope. Henderson defending. And Drummond throws it down.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just the take no chance slam by the big fella.
Now here's Shumpert. It's Henderson on the wing. And it's Garnett at the elbow. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Pistons have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Harris outside. Lets the 3 fly. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. And Beverly kicks to Henderson. Garnett, the screen. From 17 feet out, it's rebounded by Bass.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Harris outside. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Back to Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket. Timberwolves trail by 19. Dishes to Henderson. He kicks it to Garnett. Takes it from 10. Again, Garnett missing.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
And Bass kicks to Drummond. That's good. Drummond's got 12 points in just the second half.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
But he gets it back. Garnett the pass to Henderson. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Chris Kaman is checked in for Drummond. Reese Harkless comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Thornton in for Harris. The kick out to Anderson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Minnesota making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Len with the block. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Embiid, he's checked in for Len. Iguodala comes in for Anderson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Nato hits it from three-point range. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
So it's Detroit now, following the score by Derrick Rose. It's Thornton atop the key. And it's Thornton again missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.